You walk into the kitchen and pour yourself a cup of coffee. It feels like a simple, conscious choice, a moment where you are the sole author of your morning. But consider the distance between what you see and what actually is. The ceramic cup feels solid, yet at the atomic level, it is mostly empty space, held together by invisible forces. If the physical matter isn't what it seems, we have to ask if your free choice was any more real, or if it was an inevitable event determined long before your birth. This investigation into the hidden architecture of the world is called metaphysics. The term was never intended to be a formal title. It began as a practical solution for medieval librarians trying to organize the ancient world's surviving wisdom. In the 12th century, scholars were translating the fragmented personal notes of Aristotle, journals that had been lost to the West for centuries following the fall of Rome. After categorizing his works on the physical world, the physis, editors encountered a section of difficult, abstract notes that lacked a title. They simply called this section metaphysics, the material that follows the physics. That accidental label evolved into a core discipline. Metaphysics seeks the first principles of existence, looking past the surface of our everyday illusions to find the mechanics of how reality functions. This search begins with ontology, the study of existence itself. It ignores the specific details of objects and focuses on the rational explanation of what it actually means to be. This creates a divide between two ways of seeing the world. Materialists argue that all existence is composed of physical matter. Idealists counter that the fundamental substance of the universe is not matter, but mind. To test these views, we look at universals, the abstract blueprints shared by different objects. While every human is a unique individual, they all participate in the universal essence of humanness. We see this same pattern in numbers and geometric shapes. The question is whether these universals are real entities that exist on their own, or if they are merely names we use to categorize our experiences. Imagine a clearing 66 million years ago. A predator stalks two grazing herbivores. Even though there are no human minds there to count them, is it still true that there are 3 dinosaurs in the clearing? If the number 3 exists without a mind to think it, then the laws of reality are independent of our consciousness. If not, then the rules we live by are just mental projections. We face a similar problem with identity. We assume a person remains the same person as they age from an infant to an adult, even though their entire physical state has shifted. Biologically, your cells are constantly dying and being replaced. Because no two moments of a physical body are identical, the idea of a stable self becomes difficult to defend through matter alone. We then have to define the stage where this change happens. Are time and space actual things that exist, or are they just the relational gaps we perceive between events? Every event we observe seems to have a cause that preceded it. A toy robot exists because a maker built it. The maker exists because of their parents. Determinism takes this observation to its logical limit. It suggests that every event in the universe is the result of a prior cause. In a universe with no uncaused events, every occurrence is a necessary result of what came before it. If this chain is truly unbroken, your decision to pour that coffee this morning was a causal necessity. The internal urge you felt was just the latest link in a sequence established before the Earth was formed. This realization threatens our most basic social structures. If our actions are merely the end of a cosmic chain, the concepts of moral responsibility and personal blame lose their logical foundation. These questions eventually lead to the most intimate mystery of all, the nature of your own consciousness. For the materialist, the mind is a byproduct of the brain. Consciousness is simply the sum of neural activity, meaning that when the biological brain stops, the mental experience ends with it. Dualists argue that the mind is a separate, immaterial substance, but this creates a difficult mechanical question. If the mind has no physical properties, what is the mechanism that allows a thought to move a muscle? These boundaries bring us to the philosophy of religion. Here, we investigate the possibility of a first cause that started the chain of existence, the nature of divinity, and why a lawful universe would contain the phenomenon of evil. Metaphysics is not a pursuit of the abstract, it is a requirement for living. You cannot assign guilt, value a thought, or trust your senses without making a profound assumption about what reality actually is. Thanks for staying until the end. It truly means a lot. If this video spoke to you, like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's ahead. This is a space for philosophy, psychology, and science to expand the way you see life. Until next time, may wisdom walk beside you.